Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bluhdy Bunch Podcast numero uno. Also one for English speakers, which is me. My name is Balfour.
Press 2 for English, please.
Introduce yourself. My name is Balfour.
Hi, guys. My name is Balfour.
Shut up.
Hi, guys. My name is Other Balfour.
God damn it.
Hi, guys. I'm Jeremy. What's up?
Hey, guys. I'm Edwin.
And my name is Buddy. How are you?
Yeah, so these are the four of us that are on the podcast for today. So I wanted to talk about a few things right off the bat. For those of you who are... What's up?
How vulgar are we allowed to get? Like, am I allowed to, like, swear like a sailor here?
Might as well. Swear... Okay, yeah. Just... You know what's good and what's not. All right, like you know what.
My definition of good and bad.
Okay. You know what is appropriate for the average listener to listen to. Okay, let's just say that.
Can I start?
So wait, no, are we on Howard Stern or are we on like KFMA kind of stuff? You know?
We're on KFMA.
Oh.
Okay.
So I have to bleep myself.
I mean,
well,
just be aware of what you're saying. And for those who don't know, Jeremy is brand new to this setup. Before we used to do the Bluhdy Bunch podcast on YouTube, but now we are switching over to a different format. And this is Jeremy's first time with us. So
thanks for making it awkward.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
I'll make you awkward.
But so what I wanted to say was, so everyone who is listening to the podcast, you are either listening it on SoundCloud or on the website. We are introducing a lot more stuff for the website, including a forum, which is now available that if you guys sign up for a small account, you guys can post in the forums, you guys can, start a new thread, anything like that, which I highly recommend that you guys do, trying to get as many people into the forums as possible. That way I know what exactly you guys want us to work on. That way, my aim is to try to bring out as much content as possible. So that's why there's the forums, the news, the streams, and stuff like that.
And I'm pretty sure that with the forum, this allows us to actually start building up a community for the Bluhdy Bunch. That way, if there's something that they want us to discuss, we can talk about it, right?
Exactly. Actually, it's not the Bluhdy Bunch forums. It's actually the Bloodhaven forums, because that is the name of the site, and that is the name of the community that I am aiming to grow. Is the Bloodhaven community. The Bluhdy Bunch podcast just happened because of the bloody. I don't even know how the name came about. I think it was like we were just trying to figure out a name, and someone said Brady Bunch one day, and who came up with it? Was either like Michelle or someone like that. But yeah, so if you guys are listening, please go to the forums, go ahead and post. There is no subject that is untouched there.
ooh.
Jeremy likes to diddle some things, and maybe you can ask him there.
Hold on, what? What did you just volunteer me for?
Volunteered you for diddling.
I'll diddle
told
your
you.
But Buddy, so what was the thing that you wanted to talk about?
Oh, it was actually a couple days ago. To me, it was funny, which was I went out for my grandmother's birthday to El Chavo, and of course they didn't expect how many people were going to come. So then they, excuse me, we had to sit in different tables and whatever, which was fine. And so we were eating, and all of a sudden one of the guys who was there and everything, and it's supposed to be like a Hispanic restaurant. To him, he just kept saying, it's like it felt like a güero made it, so to speak. A white guy made it.
Yeah, white guy.
Yeah, it felt like white people food and everything. And all of a sudden we started talking about other different things, and it went to tortillas, and he said, yeah, especially when you get the spray on butter. We both just look at him like, after what you just said, it is invalid.
Oh my god.
That's have you ever tried spray on butter?
No.
Like put it up in, like put it out your mouth and like straight up or what?
Yeah.
No.
It's so concentrated.
Why would you do that? That's not smart at all. That's not whipped cream. Stop.
Well,
No.
I was curious to see how it would taste, and that shit's strong, dude.
No, I thought it would be like a paint can, like straight up spray like that. Like, oh god, no. Well, I mean, like, you don't even use that much to butter with. You just do like a spray or two.
Well, it's just it's concentrated butter, so it's just like super salty, and it's like. Oh, come on, Edwin. You've never put weird shit in your mouth?
Well, I mean, that sentence makes more sense, but I never put butter in my mouth like that, like concentrated butter. But if you want to get to, like, what have we put in our mouths, then, I mean, this is a whole different kind of podcast then.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's Podcast After Dark.
Bloody Bunch After Dark.
There you go.
Bloody Bunch X.
No, that could be a good name for, like, all drinking. Like, something like that. That'd be awesome.
I mean, I've got, like, maybe a shot worth of alcohol left. I can get going.
Oh, my
I
God.
can rev that engine.
Oh, God.
You like my metaphors, huh? Do you?
Well, yeah, at least I'm 21 now, so I can actually go buy my own alcohol.
Woo!
Cute. Look at the little 21-year-old.
Yay for being
I
legal.
still have to wait.
Yeah, but he has what a year, right?
Wow, I feel really old now, guys.
What's wrong
Thanks.
with you?
Oh no, 2 years, right?
No,
What? How old are you?
20.
Hey, so you have a year. You have a year.
No, I have this year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Okay, how many months do you have then? I'll ask. Sorry.
At least 2.
See? That's like
Oh,
way
okay.
less than a year.
All right, then you could have just said that.
I was
You
trying
make it seem
to.
like you'll be 21 by the next Star Wars. Like you said, oh yeah, a whole year. Like, oh wow, it's far away.
It got pushed back, but I'm happy about it. I'm very
How
happy
does your
that it's
birthday
pushed
get pushed back?
back. No, that's not the birthday. Star Wars.
Oh,
Episode 8 got pushed back to
I think I'm
December
entirely-
2017.
I'm entirely okay with that.
So am I. Like, oh my god, episode 7,
Also,
fucking amazing.
faster.
Have we had a podcast since episode 7 came out?
No?
No.
Hey guys, what do you think of Star Wars Episode 7?
It's fucking amazing.
Oh my
Uh,
god, amazing.
Wait, if we're gonna talk about it, can we put like spoiler alert in the podcast or something?
Hey guys, spoiler-
Yeah, so all right, so spoiler alert, just in case you haven't seen it, and it's been out for over a month, so if you haven't seen it, you're a scrub.
You're not real. I don't blame it.
I
And,
went to-
and I'll put it in the description as well.
I saw it the last time you were in town, and then I saw it again on my birthday. There is no excuse at this point.
The week it came out, the first day I saw it at work because I was like working crazy hours, and I watched it immediately after I got off. That was the first time I watched it, and that was opening night. Then I
Wow.
watched it at the AMC the next day. Then I watched it at a 5-star cinema with one of my friends like 2 days afterwards, and then I saw it again the day after that. I think I've seen episode 7 8 times so far.
Jesus.
That's why I'm poor right now.
Oh, it's because you've seen a movie 8 times in here. I thought it was because of other reasons, like adult bills.
Yeah, like paying for rent and paying for everything else. Ugh,
Right. Ugh.
adulthood.
All right, so besides the now that we've established this no spoiler thing, what did you guys think of Kylo Ren? I mean, there's been a lot of stuff about him. How he's a little bit.
I'll let you guys start first because I have a lot to say about it.
I like him only because he reminds me of Anakin, and I love the prequels. So I mean, he's got that Anakin vibe going with him.
Edwin, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You need to leave the podcast.
Come on, I wasn't born in 1960s where I could grow up with those movies. Like I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I loved all of them. I love the prequels, not as much, of course. I mean, I love 4, 5, and 6 more than 1, 2, 3, but I still have like an admiration for 1, 2, 3. I just didn't like the way they took it, but still, it's Star Wars and it's canon, so it's still valid in this world.
I agree with you. I just feel like the way Hayden Christensen portrayed Anakin Skywalker.
Oh yeah,
Like he was
no,
a little emo tomboy.
no, I
And-
like Anakin Skywalker more written than portrayed. If that makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
Kylo Ren did a really good job. I mean, he I think he nailed it. And I always tell people, like, if they think he's a little bitch, it's like, why don't you try taking a shot from the bowcaster to the chest? You won't survive.
I mean, that was his role, to be a little bitch, and like that's like that's setting up Kylo Ren to be a little bitch, and then sooner or later they'll do something better with him later. And like,
Okay,
develop.
so here's my thing with Kylo Ren. I absolutely love the character. I think he is a perfect character for the story that they're currently writing because he's obviously torn about what is going on with himself.
And what
Like
happened to the bitch?
like I feel like he is a teenager trying to figure out who he is. That's why I love it. Like he has his temper tantrums, which is
Relatable.
phenomenal. Which like that is the reason why he's leaning towards the dark side because he doesn't know how to control his anger.
Well, I mean, that's also I think one of the other things about it too is the fact that so he has obviously he's a Skywalker, so he already has a huge affinity for the Force. But in his backstory, like I don't know how many people have actually invested time into reading his backstory, but it's kind of tragic.
I haven't gotten to read the that big ass canon book yet. That essentially has like a ton of information, like the helmet that Rey gets, the story about what's her name,
Poe.
No, not Poe. Well, Poe too, but the freaking
Phasma.
No. The Han Solo's friend. I can't remember her name.
Oh, her, the bar owner.
Yeah. Fucking Christ, what's her name?
It's Maz. I know that.
Maz Kanata. Yeah, Maz Kanata. Like, because I know that I can't remember the name of the book. Jeremy, do you remember the name of the? Like, it's a huge book that like gives all the information.
It's like I can't remember the name of it either, but it delves into the backstory of Rey, Poe, and somebody else.
Yeah. So, but okay. So where were you going with that?
I don't know. I lost. You went off for a bit, and my mind went that way.
I mean, I would like to read about that. It's just that I forgot what's canon.
Was pointing in that direction.
So everything that is canon now are all the movies, the the Clone Wars TV show,
the animated series.
Yeah, the animated series.
Star Wars Rebels.
Rebels is canon. Any new published books?
After I think at the start of 2015, any new published book is canon.
Yes, and then all the Marvel comics are canon as well.
Yeah, Lucasfilm was bought out by Disney in 2014, I think, sometime in.
2013.
Was it 13?
Yeah, because after that is when they started production on 7.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it was 2013.
I have it written down, believe it or not.
Woo! Fact checking. It's perfect. I should probably do it more.
Yes, son. Nope, guess not. Damn it.
Oh, is the book A New Dawn? I think A New Dawn is the book.
It's the one that has the cover has 3 different people on it. It has Rey, Poe, and somebody else. I can't remember for the life of me the third person. But I think the point I was trying to make with Kylo Ren was that people give him so much flack for losing the fight to Ren and Finn. But I mean, yeah,
he was shot.
I know, right? That's seriously. And think about it this way: Ren he's a formally trained Sith apprentice. He has formal lightsaber training. Finn, however, is a stormtrooper. He's been trained since birth to fight. He picks up a weapon, he knows how to use it, period. Rey is just barely starting to tap into Force abilities, so she doesn't know any idea about her powers.
But they already established that she is a very strong fighter within like the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, big time. And like they're saying that Rey should have gotten her ass stomped. It was like, to an extent, she kind of did. I mean, Kylo Ren was fucking with her the whole fight. He was dancing around her, like, dodging her blows, fighting back.
Wasn't he wounded, too? Like, he was, like, kind of wounded before, like, a little bit, I think.
No.
Because he was, like, hitting his chest.
Yeah. You know what that was?
Well,
that was
the
shot from the bowcaster.
Yeah, that was the bowcaster. But he was doing that to make himself angrier.
Yeah, and if you've seen it, obviously, if you're paying attention to the movies, you saw how lethal that bowcaster is. It killed a few squads worth of stormtroopers like nothing. Try taking a shot of that to the chest and surviving. The amount of Force energy this guy must have to keep himself going after all of that is ridiculous.
Yeah, and also, like, for the people who are bitching that Rey was holding her own against him, too, you have to realize Luke Skywalker in Episode 4 blocked, like, 3 shots from that little drone in the Millennium Falcon without seeing. Yeah. Without having any formal training. Like, you have to, like, I think people are not thinking that the Force is an entity where it guides you. Because freaking Obi-Wan states that in Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a thing that is in everything, and it moves through us all. It's all, like, mystical and shit.
Yeah. Hey, it's still made up of midichlorians.
I hate that it's canon! That's so stupid that it's canon!
Still think. So... You still got to live with that.
You get a little angry there? Just a little bit.
Okay, because so Edwin said that he likes the prequels, which is fine.
In their own right, they are good movies.
Yes, but so the idea of the prequels is great. I like the idea of the prequels. The script was just so bad in the prequels. Mm-hmm. It was just poorly written, which is why I can't stand it. The
It was kind of
Metachlorians.
rushed.
Yeah,
It
and
was really rushed.
the biggest thing I have, the biggest gripe with that is introducing Metachlorians with the stupid razor. That was so dumb. I just. Okay.
Wait.
Say something. I gotta calm down.
No. Continue that with the stupid razor. Go ahead.
All right, so you know it's the scanner for the Metachlorians.
Yeah.
That is literally I think it was like Gillette razor something from like 1999
Oh,
or
the
something
prop,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, the prop itself. Like it literally looks just like the razor, just without the razor. Like whoever, like the art designer was just like, hey, this kind of looks cool. Let's take off the razor.
It's like, this works. Fuck it, let's go.
I mean, surprisingly enough, you can't really do that with much of the props in Star Wars 4, 5, and 6, but do that with one of the props in like the prequels, even though they were made like years after.
Say Star Wars 406. I don't think they're going to be
4, 5, and 6.
He said 4. He tried to say 4, 5, and 6, but he said 4. He slurred it, so it sounded like 406.
He said 406. It's like, I don't think they're making that many Star Wars movies. I hope not.
You'd be surprised. It's Disney.
I'd watch all 406. You kidding me?
Yeah. Hey, marathon at your place. Woo!
Woo! Yeah, May 4th, man.
It'll go all the way until May 12th. Let's be honest. Probably.
Man, that was gonna be like marathons with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then
what's crazy? It's gonna be like now. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, Han
7.
Solo.
Oh no! So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Then it's gonna go Boba Fett, Han Solo, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Dude, I'm so excited for Rogue One.
Dude, it looks cool.
I'm excited for Boba Fett. I want to see about it.
I'm excited for Boba Fett too.
Edwin, you see this? You see this on my arm?
I'm like, it's not even in frame.
I can't. Hold on.
For people who can't see.
It looks like an Xbox 360 controller being held up by a hand coming from the ground.
Yeah,
The
you see
zombies
this? Bam.
So, Jeremy has a Mandalorian.
I have a Mythosaur skull tattoo on my left forearm.
For the people who don't know, that is the Mandalorian symbol.
And not just associated with Boba Fett. Admittedly, he's a piece of shit early on. And then he gets his shit together and then bemes the Mandalorian.
Which is no longer canon.
That makes me so
That's why
angry.
we're getting a movie.
Yep.
It makes me so angry. He was such a little girl when he first started thinking
but
about
you
that.
should be happy now because since it's not canon, they can write him to be a badass.
They can write more of him now because I don't think he had enough written about him in like the fucking 5 and 6.
See, the thing about the Mandalorians is if you want to know anything about them, pick up the Star Wars Republic Commando novels. I will vouch for this wholeheartedly because those books are the reason I have this tattoo. They're the reasons I have the necklace, the shirts. There's a reason I love the Mandalorians because that book gave them so much. It developed their culture. It developed who the people were. It developed so much stuff that was really, really important in the Star Wars universe that it unfortunately is no longer canon, and it breaks my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still enjoyable things. I think that's the thing that anyone can say. Like, I know a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans are pissed that a lot of things aren't canon. But to be fair, like, the EU
Was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way that you can literally fit all of that into a chronological thing.
I mean, the good thing is, the Clone Wars somehow are still canon, and like, I like the Ahsoka Tano. I don't know how to. Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, I love her. She's like the Great Jedi. Like, she's in the middle, and like, I'm just like, she's gonna be around still.
I love the
I
Grey
hope
Jedi.
she's relevant.
I'm getting the Grey Jedi oath tattooed on my back.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm totally not a Star Wars geek at all.
I'm because like you guys know about my Star Wars tattoo, right? The one that had my arm. I'm gonna get my mom's name in Arabesh on my left arm as well because I'm trying to. I want it like for me, my tattoos. I want my right arm to be all about for like my dad, and then my left arm for my mom. So I'm gonna try to see what other I actually want to get something in Mandalorian because I like the characters for the language.
I have a little picture of the keyboard equivalents if you want it. I can send.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
I have the alphabet. I just don't have.
Let's see now. How do I send files on this thing?
On Skype.
Oh, hey, attachment. Send file. I see it.
Good job.
I'm smart. Leave me alone.
But
I wanted to go ahead.
Buddy, what were you gonna say right now? I think we accidentally interrupted you when you were gonna say something.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's okay. I feel no, but
Listen here, princess. Suck it up. You're bigger now.
no, I was gonna say when you were talking about what the book name was it called Before the Awakening?
Oh yes, that is the
Thank you.
book. That is the book.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice.
That's all I was gonna say because of the 3 characters it has: Ray, Poe, and Finn.
I know the for sure book that came out that was after episode 6 was Aftermath, and I heard everyone was like really like mad about it because it was too simple for a book or something like that. I don't know. People were like completely like awesome about it. Like, oh hey, this book is awesome. Like I heard people were complaining about it. It's the one with the Death Star on it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It says the war's not over.
Well, I think the hard thing for any essentially writer is to do something in an IP that is so freaking huge is very difficult to appease all the fans. Like,
I mean, let's be honest, you're gonna end up offending somebody.
Oh, of course. I mean,
because
just
you're
think
not
like
specifically correct.
like a good example would be like the Halo books. Like people hated like the Flood book, Reach, but like a lot of individuals loved the storylines. Like I personally loved the Flood.
Here's something about the reception. According to the reception on Amazon, 37% gave the title 1 star, and then 35 gave it 5 or 4 stars.
Yeah, see, so I
So
mean,
like you have like 2 sides of the coin kind of thing.
yeah. Well, I mean, essentially, it's just like with episode 7. Like a lot, like okay, so well, maybe that's a bad example because mass majority love episode 7, but there's a lot of people online who are just like, it's too parallel to episode 4. There's too many similarities. It's like you can't appease everybody. Like I think J.J. Abrams and the writers did a very good job trying to establish a new storyline, but having the vibe of the original trilogy. Like, I think that is a very difficult task to do, to try to appease the older audience and captivate a new audience.
Yeah.
It turned out great though. The movie wasn't bad. I'm pretty sure everyone was like, "Oh no, this movie's gonna be about singing and musicals, and Star Wars Episode 7 is gonna be owned by Disney." I'm like, "Well, yeah, but like, Activision owns fucking Blizzard. Doesn't mean that they're gonna start making bad games."
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, so because you brought that up, Jeremy, I don't think I told you this, which is really, really cool for us. Actually, I'm not sure if I can talk about it.
You're not really sure.
I'm not sure if I am actually able to talk about it.
Does it have to do with something that you're involved with?
Oh, I know. I think I remember.
It has to do with somebody that we hired with our company who is amazing with marketing.
Oh, yeah, I know about this. You might have to tell them afterwards.
Yeah, I will. Jeremy, I'll tell you later. Never mind. Sorry, guys. I can't talk about that because I just...
Ooh, you gotta edit out, you gotta edit in some boos.
Boo.
You're a little tease, you know that?
Yeah, it's fine. Once
You know you love it.
Once we publicly put it on our page or we discuss it further, then I'll let everybody know who it is.
You should text me then.
I will do it.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know how we were just talking about the Mandalorian keyboard equivalents, I have them saved on a file. I can probably upload them to the forum if you want to take a look at it, because I'm also getting a tattoo of a Mandalorian saying in the language, in written language. I send it to you guys on the Skype if you guys want to take a look at it and save it, because I think it's personally badass.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to make a forum post on it, then absolutely go ahead. That's the main reason why I set up the forum in the first place, is that way we can just start essentially just communicating with anybody who wants to join in. You know, like if we want to start talk about Star Wars, we can start a Star Wars thread. I already start like a sleep deprived one. And stuff like that. Like because the thing is, like with the forum, like you can post up pictures. You can do a bunch of stuff. I stayed up so late last night, like fixing all that crap.
Nudies are not allowed.
Correct. No pornography. If you are, then I'm either gonna delete it or I'll give you a warning. I'll email you a warning. As an admin, there's a lot of stuff that you can do, like I was saying before. So, depending on who's very active on the forums, then I will give them administrative privileges.
I can get on at least once or twice a day if I'm not working. I mean, even at school, I can do it. Just to keep...
it could be my new it's like it can I can do Reddit, I can do like those kind of websites. I mean, this is something that I could just like pop in every now and then, and I think that's what Balfour wanted out of it.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, it's not an obligation. Like the whole aim for the forum is that way we can just kind of have a space of our own. Because I know for us, like we talk on Facebook every once in a while, but to me, I think that's kind of still secluded in a sense. And this way, I kind of want to be more open with the community in general and just kind of get as much feedback as possible. And like, since it's on the website, we have a specific area that people can go to whenever they feel like having a conversation, want to start something up, and stuff like that. So, but yes, guys, please go check out the forums.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Okay. Post it on the forum. Bam. Just like that.
Absolutely.
Because I'm awesome.
So, hey, did anybody buy David Bowie's new album?
David Bowie has a new album?
Well, he came out with an album on his birthday, and then,
Let me rephrase that. Who's David Bowie?
I never really got into him either.
I'm kidding.
I was like, you motherfucker.
I know everyone knows who he is. I never really got into him though. I heard some of his songs when people like put like tributes and stuff. Like he sounds like one of those 80s. Like
yes.
one of those.
So he was big in the 80s, and he was a very experimental artist. The reason why I say experimental is because I understand why not a lot of people like his music, but I just believe he spoke to a specific demographic of individuals, and I am one of them because I absolutely love his music. But I just thought I'd talk about it because there's so many people, so many great artists who have passed away since the start of 2016. And it's just...
We lost Lemmy, we lost Alan Rickman, we lost David Bowie.
What's her name? Natalie Cole.
Really?
Yeah, Natalie Cole died she died in 2015, but still, it's like
here's hoping because Alan Rickman and Bowie both died at 69 that Trump is the next one to die at 69.
Woo! Politics sucks.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I think. I mean, it makes sense to me that like we would have more deaths now because I mean, coming after like in the future, like it was easier for like artists to get out there. So I think there's more artists to die now. I know that sounds sad, but I mean, if you look at nowadays, entertainment's really big compared to like 100 years ago. So for us to find out about a certain artist,
they didn't have color TV.
Exactly. Now there's color. Now there's internet. So even celebrities come out of the internet all the time. So I mean, we're gonna have a lot of people dying now because it's just.
Anybody remember Rebecca Black's Friday video?
It's Friday.
That was responsible for killing.
I'm not gonna
people.
talk about that.
Yes.
You don't want to talk about that?
I'm pretty sure that was used as like one of those Guantanamo Bay torture, sound effects. Like, oh, here, listen to this. This is torture for your ears. Friday.
Ripperoni, man. God,
Want it down on Friday?
That was a time in our lives.
Yeah, what a time to be alive, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, man, that video never got taken down. Like, I'm pretty sure people flagged it all the time. Like, it pretty much had, 67% dislikes?
Yeah,
Probably.
but I think in the YouTube terms and stuff, I think it has to be flagged for a legitimate reason. And I just think people obviously people don't like it, but just because you don't like a video doesn't give it reason to get taken down. I mean, I have a video on my YouTube channel that has 600 dislikes, and everyone's like, it's cringeworthy. But
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm pretty sure somebody posted that on a forum or something talking about cringy people.
yeah, probably.
Cringeworthy
Yeah.
video, I must see this and judge you
Yes,
harshly.
go to the YouTube channel and check it out. I think it's what is it? It's like Snapchat story or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was.
I was
didn't even know you did videos like that.
really bored.
You looked like you were bored. I didn't even notice this video ever. Wow.
It was just I was. Oh, you know what? I don't even think. Hold on, I have to make sure that it's available to watch because I think
it should
Where's it at? Yep, no, it's still there. It has 1,300 views. But no, I think it was a day where I had absolutely nothing to do. I didn't want to watch anything on YouTube. I didn't want to watch anything on Netflix. I didn't want to watch anything. So I was just like, I'm on Snapchat. Let's make some random sound effects and shit. So I made a bridging storyline. It was like,
Yeah.
it was like some dude at war whose girlfriend cheated on him, and then two dudes at a beach, and some girl was being a bitch.
I'm stuttering. That's how bad it is. Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting.
First of all, I mean, if you have somebody that's deployed overseas and you cheat on them, you're a despicable human being. You should probably die. But that's just my opinion. I mean,
All right.
But yeah, that's a time.
I don't know.
I think I did that like last year or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in a year.
A lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen in like 2 weeks.
A lot can happen in a day.
This is true. This is very true. I mean, because I think I officially launched the website, I think like a week ago. And now, like when it was on there, it was just like the homepage about and then news. But now it has a forum, or not. It didn't even have news. Like now it has news. Now it has the forum.
That's pretty.
I'm kind of just like steamrolling in with all of these things, which is why I haven't been able to sleep because every night I'm having like a new idea for the site that can make it easier for everyone to just come together.
There's a little time saver that might actually let you sleep a little bit. As soon as you get the idea, write it down and then set yourself a schedule to work on.
I can't do that. I can't do that at all.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
I know.
I can't
really
because if I write it down and then I come back to it later, I'll be like, what the fuck is this? Like, why did I write this down? What's the point of this? That's the way my mind operates. But if I do it right then and there, I know for a fact that I'll do it, and then I'll refine it, and then I won't sleep, and then people yell at me for not sleeping, and then forgetting to eat, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll do it eventually, and then I forget again.
Wait, forget to eat and sleep, or
Yes.
the other?
Both.
So any artists out there, remember to sleep and eat.
Yeah, and the worst part about that is I don't do either, like at all.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, I say it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
I mean, I have my own bad habits. I don't want to inflict them on anybody else. I mean, it's bad enough I only sleep 3 or 4 hours a night and I'm up dicking around.
You know what's weird? So I hear that a lot from people, like specifically people around our age. I don't think sleeping 3 to 4 hours a night is bad.
Yeah.
not.
I mean, honestly, like, I feel like growing at the age that we're at, I think 3 to 4 hours of sleep is ideal because we have so much on our plates growing up as it is. I mean, we have to fucking work full time to stay have a place to live, food, rent, utilities, all the stuff that we need to live. Like, I mean, if I wasn't working 35 hours a week, I wouldn't be able to make rent, and I'd probably be back at living with my mom's, and I don't want to do.
If I wasn't doing commission work to get some kind of income, because like I am working 2 different jobs, but the problem is for me right now is one job has been cutting hours because it's just a very slow time of the year, and the other one is based on how much work I get from individual players, and unfortunately because our dev team is amazing, I have been getting a lot. So it's very difficult to balance off 2 jobs that don't give me enough to sustain myself. So I have to do additional work just to sustain myself, which I'm not complaining about. Like, to me, I think I'm getting a lot of personal experience, which is very important, and I think is more important than anything else
Helps
in
build a
life.
portfolio, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have more personal experience, I think you can take that to any type of job or any type of scenario that you are in life. So I'm not really complaining about it. Like, yeah, I'm struggling right now, but that is life. Like, I think you have to struggle to appreciate things in the future. So damn, this got philosophical.
Well, it's true though. That is so true though. I mean, it's not easy with our age because we're all in our 20s. I mean, I'm probably the oldest one here. I'm 24 years old and I'm going through school. I am working almost full time. I live out on my own where I have to pay all of my own bills, my own groceries, everything. And I've actually finally started doing some actual side work, doing some graphic design stuff. Like, I've got a friend of mine whose wife works with fabrics and buys them wholesale and then puts like images and patterns and all this shit and sells them. She put me in charge of formatting designs using vector imaging to make them so that they're applicable to t-shirts. And this is the first actual job that I've started doing outside of my schoolwork that I can use for later on for being a game designer, because it's like, well, I'm going to learn my way around Photoshop or any one of the other Adobe programs that I can use, which I already use anyway. So it's like I can just do it like that. And hey, look, there's extra income coming my way.
Absolutely. So because since you referenced to the Adobe products and stuff like that, and with your graphic designing.
Are you going to make me review the Adobe products?
No. I'm not. I think the Adobe. Well, here's the thing. So anybody who is interested in production, whether it be graphic design, video editing, or stuff like that, this is the prime time to be around and creating stuff, because so in terms of game design, Unity, the Unreal Engine, those are currently they're free, right? Like, well, they're either free or there's a very small subscription for you to pay to get those applications on your computer, like especially with like Adobe and stuff like that. Like,
don't forget about Epic Games. They
Yes.
released their proprietary engine. I actually have it on my laptop. It's like they released their actual game engine that they use to develop games for free to the public with 5% royalties. If you sell something, they get 5% off the top. That's it. Like, that is literally it.
which is not horrible at all for anybody who wants to start doing any kind of
5
production.
cents. Literally 5 cents off the dollar. That's it, dude. Like,
Yeah,
if
that's-
you're 500,000, you're probably losing $50.
That is a crazy that is crazy to think about, because so just think about games 10 years ago. There's no way in how you would be able to get free like software like that anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Because it's such a closed area, but because gaming and production has just become so widespread, it is a perfect time to just start creating stuff. So if you have an idea for anything, if it's horrible, if it's horrendous, fucking do it. I guarantee you in the future, like if you are 15 right now and you want to start doing videos on games, or you want to start doing short films, or sketch comedy, do it now. Because I guarantee you,
I have to quote your favorite human being on the planet for this one, because it's so true. Dave Grohl once said in an interview that if you want to go out and be a bit, shut up, stop smiling, stop it. Dave Grohl once said in an interview that shit like The Voice, American Idol, that is ruining everything. That is absolutely ruining everything that is right with people our age or younger, because it's killing talent. People go out there and they sing their hearts out, and people are like, no, he's not good enough. And honest, you want to know the story that he said that is a legitimate story behind them being Nirvana? A whole bunch of kids got together, started playing music in their garage. That's it.
Yep.
And then Nirvana became one of the biggest bands in the world. And now look at him at the Foo Fighters. Again, one of the biggest bands in the world. If there's something that you like to do, find a way so that you don't do it for free.
Yeah, I mean, like, so...
What did the Joker a little bit on that one?
Well, here's the thing. Like, yes, try to do something that you can gain money off of, but if you absolutely love something, find a way to do it. Like, just, it doesn't matter about the money at the time. Like I was saying, like, if you're 15 and you start working on any kind of production or anything in general that you love to do, if you do that for 3 consecutive years, you have 3 years of experience under your belt.
Yep. And at 18, that dude, right off the bat, I can tell you that that's going to look amazing on a resume at 18 years old.
Absolutely.
Because you took it on yourself to do it. You didn't have anyone else teach you. I mean, I'm in a situation right now where, like, I have the capability to do pretty much whatever I want. And luckily, my mom was kind enough to get me a Wacom tablet, and that is by far one of the best presents I've ever gotten.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, check this out. I've got a little Wacom tablet. Woo!
That's so cool. Oh, yeah, I saw that when I was there last time.
Yeah. Anyway, so this little Wacom tablet, it's an Intuos Pro tablet that I can draw on my computer with. And I set it up so that I'm drawing on my TV. Every day I get on my laptop and I draw something. Every day I dedicate at least an hour or two to sit down and draw something. Because I'm going to school to become not a graphic designer, but I want to be involved with character development, the artwork of a video game, and at one point be a design director. You have to start somewhere. Start small.
Absolutely. Like,
You're not going to get your dream job right off the bat. You got
absolutely not. And I can tell you from my personal experience that there are going to be a lot of times where you feel like what you're doing isn't the right thing. If you feel that way, just analyze why you feel that way. Like, think about what you can be doing that's better for your art form. And because there's been multiple times where I have stepped back from either my streams or any kind of production that I've worked on because I didn't feel like it was something that was entertaining enough to be put out there. And I'm thankful that I did step back, because if I were to be doing the exact same thing I was a year ago, there's no way in hell I would have put up the website. There's no way in hell that I would have gotten in contact with certain individuals for further projects and stuff like that. So if you're working on something and you feel like it doesn't reach the audience that you want, analyze yourself first. Analyze why you think that, and just refine your art form. Just refine yourself. That's something that I know a lot of artists hate doing is looking on their work, and I know a lot of us are critical about ourselves, but
Oh, dude, you will always be your own worst enemy when you're
absolutely. I can tell you that from, I mean, like, I do it all the time. Like, I still think a lot of my content lacks in a lot of areas, because I'm a perfectionist. Like, I want to make sure things are the best quality that they can be for the audience, because the audience is, well, to me, the audience is the reason why I continue doing what I'm doing, because I want people to laugh. I want people to enjoy the content. I want people to, you know, start sharing stuff around, to be part of a community of individuals who like the same thing. So just in short, like, if you want to start something, just start it. I mean, it can be bad, it can be horrible, but like, just
it's the biggest step. If you want to do something and you just sit there on your ass and you think about it and think about it and think about it, and you're just like, man, I really want to do this. The biggest step in anything is the first one, especially when you want to do something. Like, if you want to be a graphic designer, you want to be a rock star, you want to work at a business, anything, you have to take that first step. You have to take it upon yourself to say, I want to do this, so here's me doing it. It's not going to be put on your plate. It's not going to be sat down in front of you and say, here you go, have this all for free.
Yep, it's not. It's going to be a lot of hard work. And also, love your friends. Like, I'm telling you that from right now. The people in your life who push you, who want you to do better with what you're doing, keep those people and love them to death. Because from my experience, my friends have kept me going for, like, I could have stopped doing any kind of production work.
And I would have beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Like, because I mean,
I would literally, as broke as I am, I would drive out to California, find where you live, and beat the shit out of you.
But because you guys are amazing, and you guys help me out so much. I mean, Edwin pops into my streams every once in a while. Well, actually, most of the time. And comments with the chat. Buddy is like my number one mod in my chat. Buddy's always there whenever I have an idea to record a video or to record a podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah, Buddy can be a great administrator. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I admit that's what he is, but like still, like when it comes to like bigger things, he can probably like
Buddy,
figure things out and like arrange things right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Buddy. I cannot express how amazing Buddy is as an individual. I know
we love you.
Yeah.
You guys need to stop because I really don't deserve any of this.
No,
hey,
dude, shut your mouth right now. He's a very humble person too. So it's like,
no. You listen here, you beautiful princess. You shut the hell up, all right? You are a wonderful human being, all right?
I really don't deserve this at all.
You know what? No, it's true though, dude. In the few times that I've hung out with you, I loved it. I honestly enjoyed spending time with you because you're so down to earth. And Balfour needs someone like that in his life because he's got me. And let's be honest, I'm not down to earth at all. I'm going to push him to do his absolute best. I'm going to push him to reach for the fucking stars. But then he needs someone like you on the opposite end of the spectrum, making him realize that, okay, some of this stuff isn't realistic. Jeremy's just being a crazy little shit.
Well, I mean, I think it's good to have that balance in life. Like, yes, I agree that you should have many people in your life telling you, yes, you can do stuff. Yes, you can do things. But I also think it's nice to have individuals who are like, hey, hold on. Like, yes, this is a great idea. Maybe this isn't the best way to go about it, though.
And that actually made me think of something with your whole point about what you were just saying right now. Just because you have a great idea, you should look at how different ways to implement it.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing for me, too, was get out of your comfort zone. Try things that you never would think to do because it might lead to something even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big time.
Like, especially with like music for me, like people don't know, like I moved out here to study music over at the Musicians Institute, but I've never been keen on like reggae, rap, country, or stuff like that. But once I started outreaching to those individual groups, I started playing shows with these people, and it's a lot of fun to play. I still don't like it. But it led me to get in contact with a lot of other individuals as well. So get out of your comfort zone. I know it's not fun. That's the reason why it's called a comfort zone. But just get out there, experience stuff. It's so much fun.
All the best things in life happen outside of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. I mean, like a good example would be like a lot of my friends back home in Tucson. A lot of them don't know each other or hang out with each other all the time. Like, they come from different types of groups. But whenever I come down and we have a meetup or a hangout or whatever, everybody's talking to each other. Like there's not like one group of people who's like standing away from each other. Everybody is just collectively talking, even though they don't talk on a daily basis or they've never met before. Like last time I went down, my friend DJ came. Like I knew him since elementary school, and he came in, and most of the people knew each other. But he came in and just started talking to people. It's like
was that at the pizza place?
Yeah, over at Peter Pepper.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I remember who DJ is, but I'm not sure because
black guy.
There. The black guy. That's specific. There was like, was it the beanie?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, he walked into my work. That was funny. But yeah, no, he's a really cool dude. Like, and that is one thing that a lot of people really need to realize about if they're chasing their dreams is like you have to network. You have to, because if you're just relying on one person for all this information, it's going to be a pretty biased perspective.
Absolutely.
You need to broaden your horizons. You need to talk to thousands of different people so that you have all this different insight and information coming in. It's like, well, I mean, doing a project is hard enough when you're doing it by yourself. It's so much easier when you have different people looking into it saying, hey, well, what about this? Or, hey, you missed something here. Because you have all these other eyes looking at what you're doing. I mean, you're just one person. You make mistakes. You can make a mistake here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I think we've talked about that quite enough.
Yeah, this deep quick.
So for 2016, what games are you guys looking forward to?
I have another to make about. I'm just kidding.
Oh boy.
I gotta be a
video games. Off the top of my head, like I'm a big JRPG fan, so it's like
I did not know that about you.
Really?
No, I mean that's why I got a PS4. I mean that's what won me over.
Do you like the Tales games at all?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I played all of them except Wolf Among Us and the Game of Thrones because I've never really seen Game of Thrones. I'm like I'm gonna get
the Telltale games like Tales of Symphonia, Zestiria, Zillia, Vesperia, games like that.
Oh yeah. I played those for the PS3.
Okay, I own a copy of the Tales of Vesperia for the 360, and it's by far one of the best RPGs I've ever had the pleasure of playing. The characters are absolutely amazing. The story.
My favorite RPGs are Atlas RPGs. So when it comes to like Persona 5 is one of the big things next year. Yeah, Persona. I played pretty much all the Shin Megami Tensei games. I mean, they also had like Double Driver and all those games that they released for PSP. I mean, I want to get a PS Vita just because I want to get those JRPGs too, which sucks. Because like nobody has a Vita, but still.
Or the Xbox One. There are no good JRPGs on it.
No, I mean it's. I mean, I love Xbox One for how like I just downloaded Windows 10 and I can see that you can actually do a lot with Xbox One with the Windows 10. But I mean, it's just the content that they come out with, and they're both the same systems. It's flip flop. I mean, they're both nice cars, but they just have different like kind of stereos inside or something. I don't know.
They have different interiors.
Exactly. I mean, I'm getting Uncharted. That's one game I'm hyped about. Uncharted.
That looks really good.
It looks intense. I mean, I don't want to see anybody play through it. I want to experience it myself because I played all three before. I want to get the collection too, just because I want to just see them run on 60 frames per second.
That would look pretty, actually.
It's a movie. It's like watching a movie, and then I'm like, I get to experience the movie too. And like, I've had people come over to my house to watch me play it. I say, hey, do you want to play? No, you keep playing. I want to just see you play. I'm like, okay, it's one of those games. Like that happened with what other game? The PS3 game, Heavy Rain.
Oh, Heavy Rain was so good.
People just wanted to see me play it. Like, I had friends come over, they just like, okay. And then I said, you know what? Here, you play it. I want to see you play it. And I just watched the gameplay while they were playing next to me. I mean, it's one of those games. Uncharted is one of those games.
I think Heavy Rain was probably in my opinion, I think that was the best game so far that had that cinematic experience. It was just, the story was heavily drawn. The characters were really good. Visually, it looked amazing.
We're still talking about Heavy Rain?
Yeah.
I never got a chance to actually sit down and play it, but it's become one of those games that's like a cult classic for the PS3 because it was that good.
It was really good.
At my friend's house and fell in love with it.
It released, and I never even heard about it before release. I just rented the game, and I rented it like 3 times because I had to play it like all the way. But I'm like, God damn, this game surprised me. That's how I came up to Persona. I never heard about it. I just like got Persona 3, and then I heard about Persona 4 coming out last year. I'm like, okay, so I just kept on playing them, and I love those kind of games. The ones that don't like require any hype. You just get them, and they become like, embedded with like cult classic kind of stamps. So awesome.
So, buddy, what about you? What games are you looking forward to for 2016?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. I've been kind of out of a loop for mostly just due to my work and everything. I do, for one at least, am interested in Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so happy someone said that.
I was gonna say it if nobody else did because I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm gonna leave this one alone for the moment.
It's great. I mean, it's just something that.
Dude, it's been slated. It's been slated as the Destiny killer.
Do you know why? It's because they actually came out and said, yeah, it's an RPG. Unlike Destiny, where it was like, no, it's not an RPG. It's its own thing. But Destiny's a fucking RPG.
Yeah. Let's be honest here, though. The way they're marketing it is fantastic. Admittedly, there's a couple of things with their marketing that they've done wrong, but every game company is going to do that when they're trying to publish their shit. Period.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a perfect marketing.
No, absolutely not.
There is such thing as over marketing. That's basically what Destiny did.
A really fun thing, if you want to learn anything about video game development, pick up Video Game Development Tycoon off of Steam. It's actually really...
I play it.
I want to play that game. That game looks much fun.
Awesome.
It is okay. I bought it on sale. It was like $4, and best $4 I've spent in a while because it gives you a lot of insight to what it's like to actually manage a game development company. Because there's a lot of things that, as an aspiring game designer, I didn't know about. And you have to worry about your team. You have to worry about their training, their specializations. You have to worry about marketing. You have to worry about whether or not your target audience is liking that game. Is it a system that's not working well? What kind of genre is it that's not working? You literally have to worry and manage about all these aspects, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, the thing is it's a business. Like, that's the thing that a lot of people don't think about is it's a business. Like, you have employees that have to work under you. They have to meet a certain criteria. You have to find out what kind of audience you guys are aiming to. Like, there's a lot of aspects in game development that a lot of people don't think about and a lot of people take for granted. And I was talking to one of my friends a while ago about, how games have not changed their price point, which I think is freaking insane. The fact that you can buy a AAA title for $60, which has like a 200 person team that worked on it for hours on end, which has a better storyline than most cinemas. It's like the fact that we can buy that for $60 baffles me.
Well, people don't look at how the baker made the cake. They just look at the cake and say, how big is the cake? I'll spend how much I want it depending on how big the cake is. Like, how big the game is. If it's a short game, it looks really pretty. Well, I don't think it's $60 worth.
That's like an analogy.
I mean, the Order 1886, everyone didn't want to buy it for $60 because they said it was a 5-hour game. Well, yeah, I mean, like, Star Fox was like a, 1-hour game? And you just replayed the same missions over and over again? I mean...
Yeah, but that game was still $50 when it came out.
Star Fox N64 was one of my first games I ever played.
I love that game, but it was short.
Fun, dude. I made all the planets. I did everything in that game. I played it so much. I loved it more than I love Mario. And I don't like Mario all that much.
I like Mario Maker.
That was a very small scale, Jeremy.
So here, let me put it in terms of... So to me, Star Fox was that was my first game. Like, Mario was fun and all, but to me, I found more fun with Star Fox because that game was like, for one, it was sci-fi, and I've always had a thing for sci-fi. It's like, you're a fucking anthropomorphic fox going through shooting shit in a little ship, going, oh my god, do a barrel roll.
Talking animals, that was fun. Talking frog.
Falco Lombardi's still a little bitch.
That's what you think, Fox. You're not as good as me, Fox. I'm your rival. I'm that typical rival. Yeah. And
then when I got my GameCube, the first fucking game I got was Star Fox Adventures. Not even kidding.
That game, I don't care what anyone says, that game is fun.
That game was...
There's so many people who shit on that. They're like, why would I want an adventure game with Star Fox? It's like, you're a fucking fox, and you get to destroy shit, and you get to fight lizards, and you go to space.
And there's dinosaurs.
What's wrong with that?
You have a pet dinosaur, for Christ's sake. It follows you around.
You get a little pet Triceratops, this little badass sneaking around.
And let's not forget the most important part, Crystal.
Oh.
All right, listen here, you little furry.
You furry bastard.
I think my favorite part of that entire game was the climactic ending because it's like, oh, I've been running around, fucking shit up, cool, I'm on foot, and oh my god, it's an R-Wing.
Yes.
And the R-Wing controls were so fucking badass.
They were smooth. They were really, really smooth.
Oh, and then, later on, Star Fox Assault wasn't that bad either.
I didn't... was Assault the one where, like, you are actually becoming a tank?
Yeah, no, it's the one where you could jump out of a plane. Or you can jump out of the R-Wing and the Landmaster and all that.
Yeah, okay. That was a fun game. I like that game.
I did try to...
Oh, go ahead, Edwin.
Yeah, they tried less of an RPG aspect and they went on with a shooter aspect kind of thing. So they tackled more of like Fox getting out and like he actually had his gun and he like physically shot people. That's like
like you could jump out, land your R-wing, go around, do objectives on a platform, get back into the R-wing, shoot some shit, then come back.
See, I think that's pretty cool because like I know a lot of people are nitpicky when it comes to like existing IPs, but like I think that's cool to try something new with a game franchise. Like I wouldn't mind that happening with. Well, I mean, it happened with Mario, where like you just had a side scroller and then it made it into a 3D world where, you know,
and then it's a tennis game, a soccer game, an Olympic game,
and those games are fun.
No.
I hate that they're fun.
The soccer game that Mario did was really good.
Yeah, I didn't play soccer, but I played baseball in that.
That one was really underrated and is one of the best. But with Star Fox, what was really cool about it, I played that game so much for the multiplayer that I actually unlocked all the extra characters. I unlocked, what was it, the ship that Wolf gets to fly? I can't remember the name of it. The one with 4 wings.
Oh, yeah, the red one.
Yeah, so I played it so much that I unlocked that, and that took a bitch and a half.
Christ, dude.
Dude, I played that game so much because I didn't have internet at that point. So I was like, I have all these games, and I mean, I had Resident Evil 4, beat that shit on professional, bought it again for the Xbox 360, and then did it again.
Oh my god! I mean, that's the game you have to beat it like 3 times in a row because like once you beat it, you unlock way more things, but it's still the same story. But you have to unlock all more things and more costumes, more guns.
Mercenary mode was a bitch. Beat that. That was.
I know, like my friend got to the point where he did that same thing, but he got like an RPG with unlimited ammo kind of like thing. I'm like, what? Why do you need this? He's like, watch. You just start shooting zombies with RPGs. I'm like, ah, man, this game's not even difficult anymore.
The typewriter that you get in the very first, like in the village, I think up in the almost ass end of the village, its power is rated at 10. One shot kills all the villagers. Damn. Like. Yeah, I played this game so much that I remembered all these numbers and shit. But basically, when you get that Chicago typewriter, you've got infinite ammo, and it's a Tommy gun. Come on.
All right, so you mentioned that you had to finish the game to unlock a harder difficulty. I don't like that in games.
I hate that. It was bullshit.
Like, because for me, I love playing on the hardest difficulty as soon as I get a game because I feel like that's more of an accomplishment than playing through it like multiple times. To me.
Well, here's the thing.
Like,
well, I mean, I have a friend who's just like you. He gets all the games and we're all just playing it. Like we play Fallout 4 normal, everything like that. Yeah. He got like Witcher 3, and he's like, okay, I'm playing the hardest difficulty. And like I'm like, really? Like, dude, don't do this. Just play normal, have fun with it. It's a long game anyways. You're gonna have to like spend some time on it. No, he decided to go on Death March, and he hasn't got past like freaking White Orchard, that first little village.
Holy shit!
I'm like, dude, you just beat the Griffin and get out of there. He's like, I can't, it's too hard. I'm like, well, no shit, fucking lower the difficulty. No, I had to play it at this difficulty. Oh my god, you would have fun with Bloodborne.
And I still got my ass. I'm still getting my ass kicked, but I mean, it's enjoyable for me because I like a challenge.
Yeah, see, for me, I love a challenge. Like, I want to be able to try to figure out the best way to, like, to me, when I'm on the hardest difficulty, like, specifically because I know developers. Like, they purposely make those maps. That way, it's very, very difficult for anyone to do, which is why I like doing it on the hardest difficulty. Granted, like, for me, I will spend hours until I beat that damn level, and then once I'm done, I'll be like, all right, I'll come back to this tomorrow.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's good. I mean, even when I played Diablo, I like that it gets some more difficulty, but, like, they just feel like bullet sponges sometimes, too, and it kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, like, I will say that specifically with Diablo because, well, now you have Torment 10, and I'm only at Torment 6, and I'm not doing a lot of damage.
I'm barely at Torment 4.
I'm Torment 4, yeah. By myself, I'm Torment 4, but with my friends, we can get Torment 7.
I like challenging, but then there are certain games that are just it's too hard. And I mean, once you beat it, there's obviously that sense of accomplishment. I mean, and no, I'm not talking about Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a completely different category. But for me, I have a very negative opinion about 90% of the Call of Duty games, and I think it's a series that needs to just stop. I
agree. I agree that it either needs to stop or they need to change direction.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Ops.
There's so much that you can do with a modern warfare, and it's been so overdone, so overplayed. I think that they should probably do like a retro thing where they go back to World War II or some other war.
Well, see, I think it's interesting because, from my understanding, one of the most popular Call of Duty games was World at War.
Mm-hmm. World at War was so much fun, and speaking of, that's the one I was talking about. That game on Veteran is a fucking bitch.
All they do is throw grenades everywhere. You just see like 5 grenade icons at once, and just like,
it's like, hey, let me dive into cover real quick because I need to regen my health, and there's 17 grenades being lobbed in. Oh shit! All right, looks like I'm gonna die. Grab one, and I'm dead. Boom.
I mean, I like Black Ops 2. Like, I can't play that game better by myself. I can't. Nobody even likes the campaign, but I have 3 friends who always down to play the campaign, and now it's 4-player co-op campaign. So
See,
I'm like,
I think that's pretty cool. I like that they integrated that.
and you can get your like you can like you know how in multiplayer you can make your own classes. You can do that for the campaign too. You can bring on your own guns. You unlock them like it's kind of like progression kind of thing. Like you level up in the campaign and you can unlock different guns, like just like a multiplayer game, like in multiplayer mode. Now the zombies, it's one of those zombies that you have to grow on because it's actually different than the original one. It's
Yeah.
also leveling and it's got like a story now.
Yeah, I saw that, which I think is pretty cool. What I think would be interesting, in my opinion, is if Call of Duty had an offset title, specifically for like zombie maps. Like
They actually have a game like that. It's the Zombie Army trilogy that they have. I see it on Steam all the time. It's basically taking what is it called? The sniper games. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard of
Sniper
it.
Elite?
Yeah, Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite. They
I have
basically
that game.
took all the gun physics of Sniper Elite and made it so you're fighting zombies, which is really good. And they've included cameos from characters from like Left 4 Dead and shit like that, which is really cool.
Oh, you know what? I think
Uni plays it.
yeah, I was gonna say I think Uni
Yeah.
plays it. I've seen it before.
It's
I-
actually,
I have it.
I mean, I saw it, but I don't think my rig can run it because I need to upgrade it a little bit. But it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, running around shooting zombies with a sniper rifle from like 300 yards away is
It's
satisfying.
really, really fun, but like it's really amazing when you have friends to help you out. If
Yes.
you're playing by yourself, it's like, luckily for me, like I got it, but only 3 other friends got it. And once they got it, once they stopped playing it, I don't play it. And I'm like, ah, man. And I spent $40 on it. So it was fun
Yeah.
for like the first 2 weeks. And then I'm like, ah, damn it. I wish I had more friends playing
So
this.
is that its own title, or is that like a
Yeah.
mod for?
It's its own title.
It's its own title.
Damn. Okay.
It's
Um,
the
And it
zombie.
has-
I think it's labeled as the Zombie Army trilogy on Steam.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can. Well, once I figure it out, maybe I can buy it, and then maybe we can do
Get it-
either. Maybe
get
we
it-
can either do it in a stream, or we can actually record a video in it.
Or
We
here's
can
an
probably
idea.
do it. I mean, with income tax time coming, we could probably do it then.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yeah. So
We can probably all pick it up. I think that. Hold on, I have my Steam open. I can open my Steam right now. I can. I think they have like a 4-pack deal going on.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
you
yeah.
mean the Rebellion sale or whatever?
Wait, there's a sale going on right now.
There was a Rebellion
It's
sale,
just,
but I
it's
think
Steam. They always have sales. The one
Um,
thing I always am jealous about is Steam, and they're ridiculous.
Yeah, no, man. Steam sales kill me. The winters. Oh my god, the winter sale. Huh. I hate. Like, I love Steam because of it, but I hate it because it's like, give us your wallet. It's like, okay, here, have it. Just take
It's like,
everything.
hi, my name is Gabe, and I run Steam. Give me all your money,
Yeah,
please.
seriously. Well, it's because it's
I mean-
crazy deals, man.
Even
No,
on PlayStation tried to do like the whole.
Video, it's all audio because what I was just doing was super gay.
Oh, shut up.
I loved
Edwin,
it.
what
I
were you
loved
saying?
it.
I mean, PlayStation even tried. Honestly, they tried to do like a holiday sale like Steam when they go like really low prices, but they couldn't drop their AAA titles from like more than like $25. Like they tried to do Witcher for like $30, and I'm like, oh man, I think Steam's doing it for like 15, which is like $20. Like these guys are they're trying really hard to compete with Steam. I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's difficult for anybody to compete with Steam. I mean,
Yep.
really. I
All right,
mean,
guys.
even Origin tries, but
The Zombie Army Trilogy 4-pack is $134.99.
for the 4-pack.
Mm-hmm.
I already
how
have
much,
it. So.
How much is it alone?
45.
$44.99. Yeah,
Oh
45.
wow, it's still 40.
Damn.
You know what's funny when you're mentioning all this on Steam? I've found this nice little site that kind of helps with a lot of stuff if you're on a budget, which is G2A.
G2A.
Oh, they could be
All right.
close.
So actually, guys, we are coming up to. Oh, yep, timer just went off. All right. So, well, before we end, I just want to let everybody know that for the next 19 days, you guys can pick up the Bloodhaven shirt. There's going to be a link to that in the description of the podcast. It is also on the news feed, and it is also on the Facebook. Go check it out. I think after taxes and everything.
Question.
What's up?
Because you love me and I'm one of your best friends, can I snag a free shirt?
I mean, I'm not in charge of that.
Oh,
I don't know if I can. Yeah. So anyway, so I think after taxes and everything, it's like $25 in total. But
I would buy the shit
it
out of
is
those.
only a limited time. So it's only going to be for the next 19 days, so 2.5 weeks essentially. So go check that out, pick up a shirt, every 2 months, there's going to be a new shirt that comes out, and we're going to be using Teespring. I'm currently working on a new concept for the shirt for for March. So I'm going to be I started this campaign a little weird because it started in the middle of the month, but every first of the month, not every month, but every 2 months on the first, there's going to be a new shirt that's going to be coming out. So go check that out. Buy it before it runs out, because this is not going to happen again for this design. It's going to be exclusive for each 2 weeks. So go check that out.
Every month, every 2 months?
Yeah, every 2 months. My bad. Yeah. You'll just go check it out. There's more information in the description for it. So thank you guys for joining us. We will be back next Friday. So no. We record on Thursday, but it's posted on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I muted this. Leave me alone.
So we will see you guys next Friday. So bye, everybody.